It is officially time to start planning out my February Plan With Me theme this year, and I had so much fun creating these stickers in particular. I had the idea spurt out of nowhere, but have loved getting this stained glass theme up and running. I'm just showing quickly all of the supplies that I am using and just touching base really quick on my plan, my layout. I do have a whole video on kind of what I do before I set up my Plan With Me theme, so if you're interested, I'll just link that one above. I do it every month, otherwise my spreads don't end up turning out the way that I like them to. So for my cover page, I am coming in with the printable download. This is included if you buy the entire collection in the month of February, but I also have it in my Toonie bin online too, just because I know some people only like the cover and want to create their spreads their own. I'm then coming in with February 2025. I really wanted to match the January theme cover page I have here. I also really liked the monthly cover page that I had, so I thought, why not just do the exact same thing? So I'm coming in quickly, just penciling it out and moving to my future log to count out how many weeks I had in February so I didn't overdraw what I needed. My grid space ruler guide here just to divide the page in half a little bit quicker, and then it's time to come in and put pen to paper. More often than not, I find it a little bit easier to have these two sections, one up at the top for the calendar for a quick visual reference, and then a list just at the bottom. Now, personally for me, I divide my two priority lists into business and personal. You could divide it into things like work and personal if you don't have your own business, or any two prominent, or 3, 4, honestly, however many times you want to divide the page, your prominent life categories. Again, for me, it's just business and personal. I'm coming into keeping everything really unified just with a gray Tombow brush pen line. This is my go-to color when it comes to putting in some of the lines to divide the page a little bit better. I'm also using my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube stickers here just to track my stats a little bit better. That's one of my goals for 2025. So I'm making it super easy to reference everything each single month with these stickers. I wanted the pages to flow a little bit better together, so I am coming in here with the butterfly stickers, and then I am just thinking it looked a little bit blank, so I thought, why not try to put a couple of dots all over. This is a really trust the process moment because I didn't love it at that initial stage until I started putting in these lines. Now I thought it was perfect because it really does mimic the stained glass window theme, and also my calendar page just on this next spread that I'll be showing in a little bit. I'm coming in with the freebie printable as well. For February, this is going to create a Dutch door. I haven't done a Dutch door in a while, but I wanted to switch up my layout just a little bit to force me to kind of come back to this page a little bit more. So I put down my sales and my business goals on the same pages and divided it with this Dutch door just to make it a little bit easier to quickly reference. Plus, I absolutely love this stained glass sticker. I had this in mind right from the get-go when creating the sticker, and I think it just turned out so beautifully. So here you can see that sticker on the right-hand side is going to be there the entire time when you flip, no matter what page you're on. What I'm doing is printing out this calendar sticker to track my goals. I personally find it a little bit easier to peel the entire paper and then have it flipped over and squish the paper from the previous page over top. I hope that makes sense, but it's just the easiest to get everything lined up. I'm then coming in with some scrap sticker paper to write sales up at the top and put the numbers on in. You can always use just regular paper and just use an old-fashioned glue stick, or you can also use double-sided tape. That works really well too. In this first side of the Dutch door, I'm coming in with this month's sales review. I'm gonna break it down, I think, into what my goal is, what my actual amount that I earned was, kind of the popular items. I'm leaving it blank because I don't fully have the concept finished. That'll be coming in a future video on kind of how I use my February Plan With Me journal, so you can see what thoughts I have going into it, the process of planning things out every single week, and how all the spreads go together. I know that was a really big request, so I'm working on that for it to be launched in March, so you can see everything all at once, which I'm really, really excited for. On the back of this, it's going to be this month's business goals. Had a very similar page in my January spread. Really, really liked it, but I'm hoping that having the sales information attached to these spreads in the Dutch door format is going to help me just come back and revisit my goals a little bit more intentionally, a little more mindfully. On the right-hand page, I'm putting in a habit tracker. This here, I was really solid on for about the first 3 weeks in January. It was just that last week I did fall off because I was so focused on getting together the last bits of the February theme, and I didn't touch base on all of my goals. So again, hoping that having this Dutch door spread is going to come and combat that, and then I can kind of review everything each week as well. The next 2 pages in this spread is going to be for my brain dump. I noticed last month that this was very helpful. I kind of had the page divided into 2, but more often than not, the topics that were on my brain dump page overflowed with each other and could have worked on either side. So I'm just coming in with a header sticker here and writing the word brain dump. I wrote it initially on the sticker, didn't like the way that it looked, so I just came over top with a different sticker that says brain dump just to make things a little bit more uniform and even. Then I'm coming in with my Crayola markers just to add in a bit of the 3 colors that I'm highlighting, and did my little dot technique again. Very random that this happened, but I'm really happy that I could figure something out to flow the theme together and make sure that these spreads looked a little bit more uniform. The last spread here is going to be my weekly plan with me. This is the first week in my February plan with me. I love having my dot grid ruler to make planning easier in dividing my spreads. I do have a whole video on how I did create this, so if you do want something for your journal, it doesn't even have to be an A5 size journal like I use here. It can be really any journal that you can create your own dot grid ruler. Makes spreads so much easier. So I divided the bottom into 3s so I could write down the important tasks or events that are happening throughout the week. Then I came in with the decorative stickers and a habit tracker sticker. That one up at the top, my goal is to write down those 7 business goals every single week. And then the bottom line, since it does count for 8 habits, is just going to be me rating my day. The other sections are going to be for YouTube, social, and just general lists that don't necessarily have a specific day, but I still want to tackle within that specific week. I found when I was doing my weekly spreads in January, I evolved each week to find something a little like this. This is my February evolution to see kind of how that works, so hopefully it does me justice in my planning. But I might try something out a little bit different the following week. I don't know. I always switch things up. I just like to try to find stuff that works for me. One time it could work one week and the next week it doesn't. So here is just a little flip through of what the whole entire plan with me for February looks like. I love this theme. I can't wait to continue to use the stickers in future weeks. And if you've watched this far, put a little rose emoji in the comments, and I'll see you next time for another video.